Class is back. I want to go back into my series on perfectionism. Now, one of the biggest things I've learned, perfectionism is a mask. It's performative. So let me break this down how it makes sense, right? So you might be in a corporate setting, you might be at your job, and you might have that feeling of like being in a meeting, and you want to understand where everybody else is understanding. You want to ask a question, but instead of asking a question, putting yourself in that seat of like I don't know, you'll basically smile and nod and act like you're understanding everything, right? Because the problem is you're wearing this mask of perfectionism. Now, what does that really mean? It's kind of like when people perform to fake confidence. So this is one of the big things you'll see with a lot of the dating advice and stuff like that. You got all these men, female, male, gender dating coaches online, and they're doing this whole thing of like you got to act this way, you got to be this way, you got to show up like this. If someone asks you this, you got to respond like this. All of this is performative. That's why it's very hard in this generation, because not a lot of people are authentic. So not a lot of people are themselves because they're basically performing to be a certain role. So you can't really establish connection, right? So no knock to any of these dating coaches or anything. This is just something I picked up on, right? In the corporate world, I've seen it or when I'm teaching students in class, I can tell by someone's face when they want to ask a question, they want to be up to par, but they're too nervous that it's going to make them look a certain way, right? So they'll fake comprehension and then they'll fail an assignment, right? So that's basically the mask of perfectionism. So I'll kind of be talking more about it, but I wanted to just draw some quick points on like what I normally see and what I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of the problem. The best thing I would say as far as this goes is to remind yourself to stop performing, to take off that mask and do what's authentic to you, right? Everyone is going to look stupid at some point in time. And who is it that you're really looking stupid to? Most people are too worried about themselves to really worry about what you're doing, right? So I'm around other professors. I'm in meetings. I might want to ask a question about something on the curriculum. And then it's kind of like after I ask it, then people come up to me after the meeting and like, yo, I have the same question. Thank you for bringing it up, right? So the biggest thing that I would say is perfectionism is basically a mask. It's being performative, acting a certain way, but you're not authentically being yourself. So just a little bit of a think piece I wanted to give while I'm doing this whole series right now.